Hello. Good morning. It's still morning, at least where I'm at. It's still AM, so it counts. It definitely counts. Man, I meant to bring something up, but I'm here. I'm totally here, guys. What is happening? Who's out there? What is up? We got Bradley. What's up? You guys and the plumber. I tell you what, I'm gonna end up getting that guy on here one of these days and be like, dude, why are you such a dick? Why you a dick? Huh? Why I gotta say like, huh? What's going on? Anyways, Mr. Legend, what's up? Yes, hashtag restore the SnyderVerse. It's inevitable now. Hello, Mama Film Junkee. By the way, you know the review that counts. She watched it yesterday. She watched Batman vs Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League because she still hadn't seen Batman vs Superman all the way through. And so she had a double feature yesterday, and we got a positive review from Mama Film Junkee. Of course, everybody's loving it, so she loved it. She was only gonna. It's funny because she said she was only gonna watch like half of it, maybe, or some parts, but she's all about. Apparently, she I don't know, I don't get it, but she likes Cavill for some reason. I'm not sure why. And she was like, "Where's Cavill?" But because obviously it takes a little bit for him to come back. And then he fights with a shirt on and baby oil, shirt off and baby oil. What's up? What's going on, guys? This son, we got Jay, we got the other Jay, Jason. What's up? What's going on there, Mr. Tarun, Anthony? What's up? 6:45 p.m. in UK. See, that's why this is what the Sunday morning show is all about. Because now we can get different people to watch and everything. What's going on, Mr. Lagzu? Prowling. What's up, Mr. Gambino? How you doing? What is up? How you doing? Yes, restore. We won. We definitely freaking won. So. It's all good. Yo, Eric. We got Evil Alex. Yeah. So, yeah, there's the positive review for Batman vs Superman as well as Zack Snyder's Justice League from Mama Film Junkee. Morning. What's going on? You're on your fourth view. I've seen it now 5 times. I watched it again yesterday. My fourth viewing, it's just so damn good. Paulita is firing off the warning arrow. Yeah, I love that scene. Yeah, I watched it again yesterday, of course, naturally. Why not? So let's see here. I forgot to. We're gonna actually go over the Esquire Zack Snyder interview on this morning, because everybody was talking about it yesterday. There's a lot of good things that came out about it yesterday. I just gotta find it. I forgot to find it. Of course. What? Me unprepared? No. What are you talking about? As per usual. Let's see. Warner Brothers. Let's see. There's got to be. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull this up. And everything. Hopefully you guys are doing good today. We'll go to the tweets, of course. See what's going on with that. Let's see. Oh, man. Okay. I need a link to the article. I'm trying to find the link to the article here. If anybody wants to send it to me on Twitter. Oh, there it is. Found it. Cool. Got it. Yeah, he's doing a lot more talking. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love the fact that he's just saying, wait, what? That's the Esquire. What? Is that the right one? Hold on a sec. It says, all right. No, this is not that one. What the hell? Anybody can send it to me on Twitter. This is like, is it the one that says every Zack Snyder movie ranked worst to best? It's not that one. Obviously, that's March 2nd. Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. If anybody has it, send it to me, please, because I just didn't prepare. Where is it at? Nah, I have no idea where it's at. So somebody send it to me. Put it in my mentions. Slip in my mentions if anybody has that damn article. Or if I just search for it. What's going on there? Wolf, what up? I had to unsubscribe for a bit for spoilers and whatnot. There was no spoilers that were given for me. Also, Henry will always be soups. Keep up the art. Yeah, I didn't talk any spoilers until Friday night. So... there was no spoilers in the, obviously we were trying to, the live chat, we were trying to keep it spoiler free, but I was talking no spoilers until 8 o'clock for Vodka Stream. That's when we had full on spoilers. So, but thank you for resubscribing. It's not that one. Obviously it's not. Yeah, not that one. Okay. Oh, you want to, yeah, we could talk about that. We could talk about that a little bit because I know people were wondering about that. It's a weird situation. It was definitely a weird situation when it came to that whole thing because, yeah, it was like, yeah. No, but, so, okay, let me take a sip of coffee here. So good. So good. And of course, yeah, before you do that, make sure you hit that like, thumbs up. If you want to join Film Junkee, hit the join button. Want to join the membership program thing that they have in here, please do so. And then if you want to join the Patreon, you get some extra goodies, some early goodies. I posted actually something on Patreon that I'm excited about that's coming up in the future. A new live stream. Yes, I don't live stream enough, guys. But yes, I tease a little something that's happening, that's going to happen. Now that things are winding down when it comes to all this, it's like, all right, let's start doing some other things, some things that have been in the works. So it's going to be doing. Yeah, when it comes to the whole Geeks and Gamers thing, I mean, okay, so obviously, like for those who were wondering, remember there was a charity stream that happened on Wednesday. And, with Uche, and Uche, of course, was on the Vodka stream the Friday before last. And basically what was happening with that was there was some backlash. I mean, I remember when Snyder showed up, when Ray Porter was on, he talked about that he was doing this Geeks and Gamers thing. And then a lot of people were going like, I got tagged so many times from people saying like, you need to tell Snyder not to do this, not to do this, not to do this, not to do this. And I'm just like, what the hell? I didn't even know. I've like heard of the name, but I didn't know anything about really them. And then I go and I look, okay, so their channel, they have controversial opinions about certain things, I guess, and I'm one of those people that I'm like, all right, okay, that's I guess, but I can't just, people are just saying like, I'm just going to tell Snyder, don't go on this thing, and he's going to listen to me. Like, yeah, I appreciate that people think that we're, we talk all the time about, it's not, we don't have that kind of relationships. Like, yeah, we talk, but it's not like I could just give him advice. I mean, I'm going, I think I know he knows what he's doing. And then it was revealed that, okay, there's going to be no association with the whole Geeks and Gamers thing. It's going to be on Uche's channel. And he's even expressed, Uche even said on when he was on with me on the Vodka stream that there's going to be no association. So I was like, okay, it's all figured out. And then I talked to Snyder I think that last Monday, he called me and we talked because he asked if I was going to be part of the charity stream. And then we got on the phone, and yeah, he had no idea. He had no idea, guys. I mean, he wasn't in the know. He didn't know what was going on. And then of course, everybody was hounding him. Like, you can't do this, even Warner Brothers. And, oh, yeah. Thank you, Bradley. Did you send me the right one? Let's see. Appreciate it if you did. Did you send? Oh, you sent me there you go. Thank you. Yep, that's the right one. That's the right one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send this over. So we'll go over it in a little bit here. So anyways, so he had no idea. And then he was told, okay, this is, he was told not to do it. But they worked out a deal where it's like, okay, no association, no anything like that, no logos and all that stuff. So then it was all worked out. Like, he got it worked out. He told me it got all worked out. So I was like, cool. And then of course we talked about other things and whatnot. And then, so everything seemed like it was going cool. But apparently when it came to the site where you can make a donation as well, the logo was still there. That's something like what that happened. Like, and it was like, so they had to work all that out. And so that basically forced Snyder to have to come on and first put a disclaimer on, like what he said when he kind of said, hey, just to let you guys know. Remember, he said all that. I'm standing there just going, God damn it, man. This is not what was needed right now. So the fact that the logo was still on there, and I don't know if it was a foul up or there was some kind of shady shit. I don't know, guys. Like, I was just along for the ride. And somehow I got Joe Manganiello on there. That was crazy. I tried to get Joe on my stream, but and I was in touch with his people, but it seemed like it wasn't going to work out. But apparently when he caught wind that what we were doing with the charity, all of a sudden he hits my guy up and I get a message and I'm like, oh shit, fucking Joe wants to come on here. And then we got Joe on there, which was really awesome. But it was all just like a weird thing. And, I know there's like, sadly, when it comes to we live in a society where we're so divided when it comes to two different things. And it's just like me, I'm always just like, okay, so they have an opinion that you don't like. So, and then there's like, yeah, but sometimes so anyways, so he had to say that, and that made a lot of their fandom upset, which that sucked because he was put in that position. So he was put in that position where Snyder was, going on this charity stream that's supposedly associated with Geeks and Gamers. And so people were hating the fact that he was doing that from one side of the aisle and then getting hate from the other side for having to put that disclaimer out there. And I'm like, God damn it. This is not supposed to, it sucked because I hate that it had it come to that. The biggest thing was how much money was raised. Can we put that aside and be like, look how much money was actually raised that night? It was great. It was great. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it's just, yeah. And then those guys were not, and they did a post stream, which some things were said on there, like revealed on there, that I was like, you're going to really talk about that? You're going to talk about, there's just things I was going, oh man. I was a little disappointed that some things were revealed on there that shouldn't have been revealed on there. And then of course, yeah, now some of those guys are absolutely hating him. So it was a stupid situation, man. Like, the fact that it has to get to that point where he had to, I hate the fact that he had to say the disclaimer, the reason why he had to say the disclaimer. And then I hate the fact that it was worked out and it was said big time that it's no association. And then all of a sudden there was like a logo. And then I guess it was even said afterwards that it wouldn't have happened without the help from them. And I'm going, geez, man. I mean, that's the thing. It was just, so that was frustrating because I even got some heat that night too. It's supposed to be premiere night. Everything was supposed to be fine and dandy, but I started getting some heat, in my mentions, and I'm going, God damn it. And then all of a sudden they have technical difficulties when they were going to be on with Kevin Smith, which kudos to Kevin Smith, man. He held it out. So what hate did, I don't know. It's just, but, oh, but nice. Do I support racism? No. Who the fuck? Jesus Christ. See, it's like weird questions like that. It's crazy. I felt like seeing, with Gob on there. Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I have no issue with Gob either. I was glad that he was on there, and he got praise from Snyder too. I mean, that's the thing. And then of course, people that don't like Gob, all of a sudden they're like, throwing shade at Snyder because it's really stupid, It's like, I have no issues with Gob or anything like that, We used to be cool. Now apparently like he doesn't like who I'm associated with. I don't like some of the people he associates with. It's just crazy. I know I would love to get Kevin Smith on the Vodka stream. That might have to be like a hot box stream. Yeah. No, but it was fine. Like I'm glad that he got that opportunity too. Another thing that bothered me though, guys, about that charity stream, going off the topic of everything. Oh yeah, it wasn't like, any differences that me and him have. We weren't going to like go, hey, and say anything about it. Nah, I think we respect one another. We definitely respect one another. It's just things, how it is when it comes to this fandom and there's sanctions, and some people just don't like the way people are doing stuff. And one thing that kind of was like, wait a minute, wasn't there supposed to be, some people that were supposed to show up in this fandom that did not show up? And I'm kind of like, I wish they would have, because, Snyder got kind of put in a interesting position when it came to going on there. And I was kind of going, well, okay, why didn't certain people show up that were supposed to show up? I don't know. It's all very weird. The whole thing is weird. Like I said, I just got asked to be on it, and by, and I like Uche. I do. I think I just wish that there was things on that post stream that I wish he didn't talk about. Because there's things on there that he even said that, oh yeah, Snyder told me not to talk about this. But then I think it's fine now, because in this article he actually talks about it, which is the Green Lantern thing, which is funny because I got told that back in December, and I got told not to say don't say anything about it, and I went, okay, yes sir. So I'm pissed. Yeah. So I mean, but it's kind of weird. It is kind of weird. Some butthurt fans don't like Trump's. Yeah. Yeah. It's all weird. It's all weird because then and I'm not one of those people. I hate how we're in that zone now, that if you have a different opinion, you're automatically an alt-right Nazi bigot, blah, blah, blah. I fucking hate that. I hate that narrative that that gets put out there. And I guess some people wrote up stuff and said that they're all like white supremacists, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, no, they're not. I just hate all that. I hate all that. Like, if you have to follow in line with this certain fucking way of thinking, or else you're just, you're evil. You're pure evil. It's like when cancel culture try to cancel Bill Burr. And like, they were trying to, even though he's married to a black woman, they were trying to still say that he's like a white supremacist race. It's just the way that that we are right now. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Anyways, so, but I've been put in that boat too. I've been called people have called me Trump tard. People called me like Nazi, stuff like that. Nazi sympathizer, all that stuff. What's up, Tony? What's going on? Yeah, Ascended Ancients here too. Cheers, man. Cheers, buddy. Mr. Pink. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. Anyways, so that's what that whole thing is. So it's just, there's a lot of weird stuff that came about because the agreement was no association, no logos, and then there was a logo. Not sure what happened with that because I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not sure. I don't know. I was not in the know about certain things. And yeah, I was a little disappointed about the post stream. And yeah, a lot of those guys were not feeling it, and they were kind of, I don't know. It was all just a weird. And then at the same time, I'm going, where are some of the people that were supposed to be on this thing that I think actually helped make connections, and then they just disappeared? I think you know who I'm talking about, like the people I'm talking about. It just kind of chapped my ass a little bit. Like, wait a minute, you guys, all right, cool, fine, not happening, sweet. But not even talk about it? Okay. Yeah. So anyways. But anyway, so there's that whole thing. And yeah, it was just an interesting whole thing. I don't know. There's a lot of things. But let's go to the tweets right now, and then we'll get into this article. Let's go just a little bit of tweets. But that's just me addressing that. Like I said, it was all just a weird thing. And it seemed like either, I don't know if there's any shadiness going on. I just really can't tell you. I'm trying just to be as, I try to be as neutral as possible. I just, the biggest thing, guys, a lot of money was raised. That's the thing that counts, is there is a ton of money that was raised for a good cause. And that's what I'm really focusing on the most, is the fact that there was so much money raised. So that's good. All right. So, let's go to some tweets here. I love the fact that we can actually talk about gifts now. We can actually, we could show spoilers and everything. We could do all that. I love it. Let's see. Pop. Yeah, I've been called a fascist too. Don't worry. A fascist sympathizer, all that stuff. It's really dumb where we're at right now. But that's when people don't have an argument. That's what they resort to. It's weird. So yeah, look at this beautiful shot. Of course, Batman. It's good to finally see this shot come to fruition, because we've seen like many different backgrounds of this shot. But it's fine. It's fun to finally see all this stuff now. I'm gonna sneeze. God, that thing was building up. That's that leftover COVID in my nose. Jeremy Johns, he has a funny little bit. His muscles just flips horses. Yeah, he's talking some shit about the weed and Steppenwolf. It was really good. Yeah. So, and then yep, look at this right here. So when people were asking, like sometimes when I'd be asked like how does it end, I actually knew that this was how it ended. But I didn't want to say anything. But obviously we got Manhunter flying off. Yeah, and if you look in the distance, you can see there's some construction going on right here, because it's going to be obviously turn into a Hall of Justice. I wonder, okay, does Bruce Wayne not just care? Is he not going to care that people know that he's Batman now? Because I think people might put two and two together. If you think about it, they're like, wait a minute, Bruce Wayne's house is now is a Hall of Justice? Huh. Come to think of it, he does kind of look like Batman. They have that good chin. I think like 20 years later, he's just not going to care. Oh yeah, people know I'm Batman. I don't know, but I think people might put two and two together. Like, the Hall of Justice, that used to be Bruce Wayne's house. Interesting. I don't know. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Christopher? All the way from Jamaica. That's cool stuff. I love this shot right here. Look at that. Oh man, crazy. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. I know it shouldn't matter. I was just pointing that out. But This shot right here is awesome with Lantern's hand cut off, and Darkseid almost grabbed that ring. Can you imagine if Darkseid got that ring? But of course, the ring has to pick you, and it wasn't gonna pick Darkseid. Are you kidding me? Here's some parallels right here to Donner Superman. See, I mean, some parallels. I mean, especially the hug right here. I mean, this scene right here always gets me. When Martha shows up. I mean, we saw it in Justice, but it hits harder with Junkee's score and the visuals here, and then the fact that we see more to it. I mean, obviously we saw it in Justice, but it just hits way more here, man. Hits way more here. and then here's a cool little graphic right here. Kudos to whoever made this. I'm trying to see who that is right there. I can't really read, but that's the logo right there. Yeah, restored SnyderVerse, man. It's going to be interesting. There's going to be meetings. There's going to be some. I mean, I don't know what's going to be happening at Warner Media. It's crazy. And then I'm wondering. I'm sure some of you guys spotted this Easter egg right here. I think we actually talked about it. We talked about it on the the vodka stream. This little Easter egg right here of Gardner Fox. So yeah, I think so we got that when he's a co-creator of the Flash. I think he also had something to do with like the first issues of Justice League as well. It's a nice little Easter egg. So, and then look at this, guys. So we got some good stuff going on. It's good stuff is happening over here in China, where the Snyder Cut isn't legally available. Damn it. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the CBM with the second highest audience score in Dubon, striking a 9.0 from audiences. Okay, so 74. Yeah, so look at that. So it's, even though it's not available in China, people over there are loving it. I don't know. I guess, I mean, it sucks that they haven't got it yet, but I mean, it is China, sadly. And then, so it's starting to, and there's some other things too we'll talk about right here. I love this. This is from Brian Zapp. He made this Ben Affleck's Batman. Fingers crossed that Ben Affleck is seeing all the buzz from him. I mean, there was so much love that was happening with Ben Affleck's Batman now. It's crazy. And I love the markings on the Batarang too. It's awesome. So fingers crossed that that him and Joe Mang want to come back and do their shit, man. I mean, we already know that Joe's down for it. I mean, he expressed on the stream that he is totally down to come back. And I think conversations have been had. Didn't he kind of come off that, he's had some conversations. He kind of like was given that feel, I think some conversation. I mean, even if Ben Affleck doesn't come back to do his Batman movie, I think we could still get some Deathstroke action going on. Yeah, I hate politics too. And when they get involved with everything like this stuff, that's where it all falls. And it sucks because then it has to force people to say shit. I'm totally with you there, Freddie. Sucks. So stop talking politics in the chat. Let's get off the politics. All right, let's just nerd out like this. Look at that sexy beast. Look at that. He's having fun. And I love how the logo looks, man. Because he's flexing them pecs. And it's making that logo just like, I love it. I absolutely love that. Yeah, it's such a good shot. And then, yes, the scene, that we're going to have to talk about this more on Friday. And I swear Garza will show up this time. we've already talked, and I already apologize for not inviting him. Oh, man. You guys already know that I totally, so when I was trying to organize the vodka stream, on Friday, I was trying to get everybody coming in like one at a time and just kind of get their overall review, like how they felt and everything. And I was trying to invite, and I had new people that were not normal panelists, like Mario and Liz, and I had Meg show up. So I was trying to get in. I thought I dropped the link that I had with Ben and Garza I thought I dropped it in our joint chat. Turns out I didn't, and until I saw his message. But he was cool. He said it was fine. Like we're all good. We were all good. But yeah. But we're gonna probably do part 2 spoiler discussion because this spoiler discussion, I don't think we covered I don't think we covered enough at all. I think we covered like half the movie because then it turned into an I love you stream because man, Scott was great. Scott was the all-star of the vodka stream on Friday, and he was hilarious and heartwarming, and just, man, he was just feeling it, man. It turned into an I love you, man stream. So yeah, it was just funny. Like, yeah, I totally was, but Ben couldn't make it anyways because he had a family thing that he had like family over and stuff like that. So Ben couldn't make it anyways. But we'll get those guys on next Friday. We'll do a part 2 spoiler session, and I'll try to get a guest too. I think I have a guest in mind. We'll see if that person joins. So yeah, Scott was great. But yeah, this shot right here, man. I mean, yes, I know everybody was like dwelling on the fact that it's a shot that they used Henry from Man of Steel right here. But hey, kudos on them, guys. You got to remember, and this is what somebody pissed me off yesterday too, because they pointed out a shot that they used for Wonder Woman that's also used in another spot of the movie. And I'm kind of going like, guys, you realize that Snyder had pickups and reshoots in mind. Like that's just a given, especially with these big movies. There's things that you're going to have to either reshoot, or the things you didn't get to that you need to do that you might need. He didn't get any of that. He didn't get any reshoots or pickups. Okay. And then when it came to doing some of this additional photography, they had to be creative as shit. And you know what? Kudos to the goddamn VFX artists, man. They really did some good shit. And the fact that they couldn't get Henry, because Henry is over filming The Witcher. So they had to use their brains. And I thought this was really, I mean, look at that. That is a dead Lois right there. I did not think this was going to happen. And Garza got the big W with this one because he was like, fuck yeah, look at that. They have that in there. So it was great. And then you see the Robin suit in the background, so you know that it's the fucking Batcave, man. But I did not think that they were gonna have this put in there, because I just did not think, because I knew that Cavill was not doing the reshoots. But this is some creative shit right here, man. This is some creative shit right here. The fact that they were able to use other footage and kind of just disguise it, I thought it was great. I mean, yeah, because we watch the movies all the time. Of course, we know. We know that it's, that they reused some footage, but it doesn't bother me. But some guy was like, he said that was his only criticism. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You're gonna be that petty? Ugh, frustrated me. And good old Jared Leto, man. He has these "We Live in a Society" shirts that all the proceeds are going to AFSP, man. I'm telling you, Leto and Snyder are going to work together again. Whether it's going to be Joker related, who knows? I really hope so. But I guarantee you that Leto is going to show up in a future Zack Snyder movie. I just see that happening. It just seems like they really just hit it off, because now, I mean, like Leto is now like the ultimate Zack Snyder fan. He can't stop praising him and shit like that. It's going to happen, guys. Whether I really hope it's a Joker thing. I mean, obviously we want the Justice League 2. But but I think he'll also show up in like another Zack Snyder film that's like an original film. And look, we got Tommy Chong talking about the Snyder Cut. I started watching Snyder Cut last night, woke up this morning, and it's still playing. My dreams were epic. I should be Green Lantern. Yeah, zing, green. I get it. So a lot of people, I mean, look at this. I mean, so many people are just praising. Let the music speak. So many people are just praising this thing. It is crazy. I love this shot. I think it's my favorite moment of the movie, to be honest. When Flash does this, and then he's gonna, when he starts talking, and then that shot of him just like getting down, and then he leaps forward. That is probably my favorite sequence of the movie, is this part right here. I don't know. And then he starts talking to his dad, and then he's just, oh man, I think it's the best part of the movie, to be honest. I mean, Cyborg's the ultimate all-star because of the whole story revolves around him. But I think the fucking clutch hitter right here was definitely Flash, man. It's so good. Yeah, so good. And then look at this. Good old, look at that chin. Look at that sexy beast. I mean, this was filmed back in October. This is a healthy Affleck right here, man. But I mean, obviously, everybody. I mean, he does look like animated. He does look like the animated Bruce so much, and everything. So, man, I just really hope he comes back. I really hope he comes back. Let's just get that one last one. He might not. I hope if they do Justice League 2, I hope he's totally down for that. But I really want to see his Batman movie. Yeah, see, Mr. Brandon Davis, he said the single most exciting moment in any superhero movie in years. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a good fucking scene. Oh, yeah, and this is what I drank last night. I went over to my buddy's house. My buddy, he's like a big whiskey bourbon drinker, so I got the Metallica whiskey yesterday, the blackened whiskey. I've been wanting to try it, and so I picked up a bottle and went over to my buddy's house, and we were just listening to music and sipping this last night, and good shit, and we almost killed the bottle. We almost did, not quite, but we almost did. So hey, there's Mr. Everts. I said Flash was the best part of the movie. Close second, Cyborg. Yeah. I mean, when I keep watching it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, Cyborg, he's like he's the heart of the story 100%, but man, this Flash just, it's sad what they did with him. Sad what they did with him when it came to justice. They resorted to him, pushing the fucking truck with the Russian family. Ugh. God, man, I hate that. He like literally saves the world. He literally saves the world. And they removed all that. Like, what the hell were you thinking? Man. And I got a new mask. There's my new mask, guys. Yeah. Another buddy of mine sent that to me. So there's my new mask. I was like, awesome. Yeah. And then I also watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 1. So I did my review. If you want to go watch it, go watch it. And look at this, Mr. What is his name? Ethan. Look at this story in 3 parts. I mean, Justice League is try-hard garbage. Yeah. And then he said Zack Snyder Justice League will be horrible. Yeah. And then New Justice League is the best superhero movie ever made. I don't know if that's actually legit. I just thought it was funny. Is that actually legit? I just thought it was funny. I don't know if that was actually legit because I don't see like I think somebody actually doctored this, to be honest, but I don't think that's actually real. Yeah. I don't know if that's actually real because you can't see his name underneath. I just thought it was funny. That was actually made. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if like he actually did do that. Hey, did you get that t-shirt? I can't seem to find anyone. Did I get what t-shirt? Oh, the t-shirt I'm wearing, I got this at like Kohl's or something like that. So I think it might be fake. Because I don't see his logo underneath. But I just thought that was funny. And then Jason Mewes, snooch to the motherfucking nooch. He says, Affleck was the bomb in Zack Snyder's Justice League, yo. So Mr. Jason Mewes loved Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's great. And here's Andrew Dice saying this is a live shot of me watching Justice League. And I mean, I love this shot right here. This is one of my favorite shots. Parademon just impaled when the Batmobile flies by. I love that shot. The way like it follows and it just hits. Man, I love this. I love that. Every time I see it, when I first saw it, I went, oh my God. So good. So good. Yes, I shop at Kohl's. I love Kohl's. What's going on, Nicotina? I'll be on Nicotina's show Wednesday, I think, at 3 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be on Nicotina's show. And yeah, we're all still waiting for the documentary. HBO Max, where you at? Where are you at? And then here we go. Look at it. So let's go to Russia. The Russian stream, Kinospisky, Kino, whatever the hell, Poisk, Kino Poisk, said that 400,000 people watched the Snyder Cut in the first 24 hours. This is a new record for that stream service. Bam. Okay, and then this is on top of this right here. Brazilian online retailer Now, one of the several that are offering the Snyder Cut in Brazil, announced Zack Snyder's Justice League broke their records in rentals, being rented 140% more than the previous record holder, which, by the way, was Wonder Woman 1984. So this thing's just breaking records all over the place right now, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy how many records that it's breaking right now when it comes to streaming. I cannot wait for the numbers for HBO Max. And then people were actually hashtagging Snyder Cut too. I mean, it's a no-brainer that we're getting this shit. And then yes, the parallels, yeah, the butterfly, and then of course him rising at the butterfly. That little symbolism, that was awesome. Jesus Christ. See, if people would have just waited, all the people that doubted Snyder's Superman, if they just would have waited. I mean, that's what this is like, symbolic, metamorphosis kind of thing. Now he's the Superman that he was getting to, that Superman that people wanted him to get to. And that's exactly what Snyder was building up to. It's like, hey, first he's got to arrive. We got to challenge him. And then he's going to be reborn. And now he's going to be the Superman that everybody can go, oh yeah, Superman. God, my nose. God, man. Something just itching up there. Gesundheit. So yeah, here's the dick that was, talking about this right here. It's like, yeah, big deal. He could not, again, he didn't have time to do any reshoots or additional photography that he wanted to do. So yeah, this guy loved the movie, but that was like his one criticism. I'm like, really? That's your one criticism, is the fact that okay. Ugh, I hate people sometimes. Yes, restore the SnyderVerse. Ugh, so good. God, that voice. Then hopefully you guys picked up some of the foot action shirts. I didn't get them all because, I have to watch the wallet right now. But I did. I have the Batman one, and I got the Cyborg one headed my way too. So I would love to buy every piece of merchandise, but man, it especially right now, not being unemployed in real life, I have to kind of watch the funds. I can't. I try to I have to limit myself, sadly. So yeah, Kurt Angle right there promoting that shit. I mean, come on, man. Everybody's loving this stuff. Dan Jurgens, and Angelina right here says Snyder Cut of Justice League is way better than the theatrical version and is unlike any other superhero film out there in terms of its flow and how the heroes are framed like gods. I enjoyed it, and to its credit, it didn't feel like 4 hours. It flew by and kept me engaged. So just getting praise all over the place, man. All over the place. From just people that are just in the business. It's great. It's just so great. Yeah, people are using that. Yeah, and it's funny because it was hashtag Snyder Cut Justice League was going crazy. It's awesome. Yeah, look at this. I mean, when people say like, it's right out of the books, man. Right out of the books. Jesus. And I appreciate Jeff Hartman. He shared this story with me about his brother, who also took his life. He basically drank himself to death. He hit me up, and he talked about, he has this blog right here, which I posted. And, he wanted to thank me, he wanted to thank Chris for the YouTube channels and all the information, keeping him entertained. He wanted to thank Snyder. It was, yeah. So you have a moment, and he's go check it out. Yeah. His Kyle, his brother, Kyle, he wrote a nice little blurb about him and everything like that. So tweeted that out, for Autumn, for Kyle. I mean, yeah. So a lot of people have reached out and told me some stories about, where they're coming from, their perspectives and all this stuff. And it's been pretty great. But yeah, it was a touching story. And then, David I can't even say his name, but he's on the Green Bay Packers. He goes, how am I just finding out that Zack Snyder is from Green Bay? Thank you for the Snyder Cut. I got you next time you're in Green Bay for a game. So he's going to freaking treat Snyder to a game right there, man. It's awesome. That's good stuff. And then of course, Ray Fisher's appreciating Charisma Carpenter, showing the appreciation. It's awesome. And then, this was awesome too. This was when I was talking to Debbie. Of course, Snyder showed up. They're just so wholesome. They're the best. They're really the best. And this was great. It's just weird that I'm able to just talk to them like that. Just nice little relaxed environment. One of my favorite directors, producers. Jeez, my all-time favorites. I was just able to talk to them like that. It's crazy. The journey that's led me to, from the start of this thing, led me to the fact that I'm able to talk to these people, have a nice little fun conversation. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, by the way, people are posting their social media reviews of Godzilla versus Kong. I didn't get a screener. Damn it, I tried to get a screener. I'm gonna have to try to hit some people up again. I want to get a damn screener. So I want to see Godzilla versus Kong now. This is a good little TikTok. I like that. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, just the reviews are just insane. Views are great. Everything's great. Let's see. Is there anything else? You got the comic movie marks. Look at remember the storyboard. The storyboard, the leak, the one that I leaked. Now we actually see everything come to life, man. Crazy that it's come to life. Mr. Danny, I'm back, baby. Yes, jail was epic. Going to watch it again tonight. Flash scenes, yeah. Superman arc complete. We are finally, well, I don't know if it's fully complete. Hopefully there's still more to it. We are finally in post, yeah, Zack Snyder Justice League World. Yeah, hopefully there's more. That's what it's all about, man. All right, take it easy, Bradley. Thanks for showing up, bud. Do that. Hopefully we'll do that fan stream. We'll probably do that fan stream next weekend, so be on the lookout. Do the Patreon. It's not really, I'm a fan of some of you guys too, some of the Patrons. So let's see. Is there anything else? Yeah. Scott, when he won his prize, I love it. When he won his prize from the Sci-Fi Center, it's so great. Look at it. And I love it. Everybody's reactions too, like Liz and Meg, their reactions are great too. This is a great shot right here. God, I love Scott. Love that guy. But yeah, he won a signed Alex Ross image, man. This image right here, he won that. And then he won a figure too. So he was glowing. He was totally glowing at the beginning of it. So that's awesome stuff. Yeah, Scott was definitely. And I need this in my life. This is two of my loves combined. We got a Ghostbusters Batmobile right here. Holy shit. Need that. I need that. I need it. All right. I think that's enough with the tweets. Now let's go to this. Let's go to the Esquire article. Hopefully my computer can handle. I just opened up a new tab. I think it's good. My computer has actually been running really good today and yesterday, so I think we're all right. But I'm going to be, of course. I already have a new computer in mind. I already have it in my cart. It's got twice the RAM. So hopefully, I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet because I'm just making sure that things are going to be okay, fundage wise. That's another I'm like having to really watch the wallet right now. So, just got to make sure that things are going to be okay. So anyways, let's talk about this Esquire interview here because I've only heard things about it. I haven't actually read the thing myself. So it's Zack Snyder answers every question you have about his Justice League cut. It's going to be a long stream. That's fine. I didn't think it would ever happen. Even Zack Snyder, the director, can barely believe a 4-hour movie, which has his name triumphantly right there in the title, is now out in the world. Oh, man, it's so great. Let's see. Is there parts? Let's see. Big wigs, reportedly lighter tone. They're given a backstory as a result. Blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. All right, so here's the question. All right, let's go to the questions part, the interview part. I know your movie has an R rating, but because I'm working from home during the pandemic, I had to watch the movie with my daughters. Well, truthfully, they really wanted to see it, so I was like, why not? They're 5 and 8. Zack Snyder was like, yeah, he says, it's a pretty soft R, as they say. Yeah, I mean, you watch it, yeah, there's 3 F-bombs, so that pretty much qualifies as R-rated. You can get away with 2, but you can't get away with 3. So, and even the violence and the gore is not even that bad, not even that bad. So, yeah, it definitely is a soft R. I think it's more of a hard PG-13, to be honest. All right, I have to pass along a note from my 5-year-old daughter. She wanted more Wonder Woman. That makes sense. She's right on to want that. Yes. And let's face facts, man. I mean, I feel bad for Patty because people are like, we want this Wonder Woman. I mean, nothing against, Wonder Woman 84, but man, I'm like, I don't know if I even want to go. But now after watching her in here, I'm like, yeah, Wonder Woman 84, I'm going to go back and watch it, and it's going to be a different kind of feel this time. Esquire, he said, and she also wanted to ask you whether Flash gets the dog sitting job. Oh, I don't know that he did because I think his resume was not great. I think there's a line we took out where he says your experience walking dogs, and then he says walking with dogs. Well, he did have the hot dogs in his pocket, but again, I'm not sure that's a great way to get a job. You're going to be feeding the dogs hot dogs out of your pocket. Like, that's not right. Yeah, he didn't get that job. He definitely didn't get that job. What's going on, John? Hey, Dave, how did you lose your job? Didn't. Oh, yeah. Well, it's just in the field that I'm in, contracts were not renewed. But things are happening. Don't worry. I'm like I said, I'm good, sustained right now, and I'm actually probably going to be starting a new job pretty soon. So, but yeah, just in my field, stupid shit happens, in my field. That's all. When it comes to, because I essentially work for LLCs, like contracts and doing all this telecom stuff, and sometimes just stuff just happens, and in COVID world, it made it even like worse. So, but don't worry, I'll be hopefully getting a new job pretty soon here. Let's see. Okay, I'll pass the I will pass the news along, and I have to report that the catchphrase that was glommed onto Cyborg's response to Wonder Woman when she asked whether he wants to save humanity, "Fuck the world, fuck the world." They're now little nihilistic. Pick up your toys. You know what? F the world. Yeah, that's what happens when you let a 5 and 8-year-old watch a Zack Snyder movie. I apologize for that, but I will say that the movies are ours. So I didn't lead you blindly to it. I'll just say that. Yeah, just true. Dad of the year here. And how does it feel that the movie is out in the world? And Snyder says it's cathartic. It's like the incredible relief. To be honest, I dedicated the movie to my daughter, and the thing I was most stressed out about, frankly, that the movie wasn't good enough. Yeah, I'm sure he did. I mean, yeah, that gave me the most anxiety. But then when we finished it, I felt better about it. She was a bit of a dork, so I thought she would have really liked the movie, regardless of whether people liked it or not. I took solace in the fact that she would have liked it, and it's nice that fans seem to really love it. That's good news. Yeah, that's awesome. You obviously went through a lot leaving Justice League before you got complete. How did it feel when you got the news that you could finish the huge project? Let's gloss through this. We've already heard him answer like a lot of these questions here, so we already know about that. My wife and I drank champagne, sat outside, have a fire pit, and we really drank it in. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, locked myself in the dark room for 8 months. He's talked about that too. Let's see. Have you been able to talk to the cast members, get their reaction? They seem to love the movie, and I consider those guys all my friends and have the support through. I was really excited also to get Ray's story. Yeah, he's talked about that. Right. Ray's Cyborg. Which, oh no, it's just a shot. Don't even worry about it. It's just a shot of her looking up. That's all. It's a shot of her looking up in the scout ship. That's all. Let's see. Ray Cyborg, you said he's the heart of the movie, and what an incredible performance from him. It seems criminal that his part was cut down so much in the Whedon version. What were your thoughts when you heard that his part was marginalized in 2018 movie? The truth is, I was unclear with the specifics of what happened to the movie. Now, I've told the story about Chris Nolan and Debbie watching it and coming back to tell me not to watch it ever. I didn't get the specifics of what we felt like had changed or was altered, but I did know the movie was 2 hours, and I knew with credits meant that it was like an hour and 50 minutes, because with these visual effects, movies have massive credits. I was like, geez, that's got to be problematic. How could they have serviced all these characters correctly? And it turns out they didn't. I'm really happy to have Ray's story put back. And also for the climax, what Flash is able to do really rounds out his character and gives him a real sort of cathartic end game. So yeah, I know it is so criminal what they did to those two characters. Holy shit. But the reason why they did it, because they wanted to do, spin-off movies, lighthearted spin-off movies when it came to Flash and Cyborg. That's why they did it. That's exactly why they did it. Stupid, man. I was also struck at the similarities, the Cyborg and Dr. Manhattan. That was a bit intentional. That sequence where we learn about Cyborg's backstory is very Manhattanite. But I really love it, and I love the kind of storytelling where it's just a lot of lacing together of these images to tell the story without a lot of dialogue. Yeah, the backstory is just so, and then with Junkee's score, it's crazy. So I'm going to ask some quick nerd question here, but knowing you, I'm sure you're cool with that. What exactly happens to Silas Stone, Cyborg's dad, towards the end of the movie? Oh, when he gets killed by the electron laser. I had just imagined that thing was the hottest thing on Earth. The laser generated so much heat in the chamber that it just vaporizes him eventually. But the first moments are him just kind of overheating like a microwave slightly from the inside out. Ugh, man, that sounds kind of painful. So he's not transporting to an alternate universe. Now he doesn't get to come back with massive powers. But that'd be cool. He says, I'd like that. I like your thinking. So, hey, maybe he'll come back with some powers. He'll be like Green Lantern or something. Amazing how Whedon's changes made Flash a doofus. I really hope there could be a sequel now. Wasn't expecting it to be that good. Yeah. Seriously. What's going on there, Daniel? All right. Whoops. Wrong one. Here we go. Continue on. No one really ever dies in comics, except for when they do. So I love his answer right there. Except for when they do. True. What's the story behind Superman's black suit? So here we go. It comes from Death of Superman, of course, but I'm also into this Robert Bly book, The Red, White, and Black. The white of nativity, the red of anger, and the black of humanity. I just felt like the black suit is really symbolic of that as well. But also, frankly, I flew him straight into the sun to charge him up. I like the black suit. I like the black suit as a practical thing of there needing to be a way for Superman to charge up quickly and be stronger than he was. So it works theoretically and symbolic. So, it's not exactly the solar suit, but, black does. Obviously, when you wear a black shirt and you're out in the sun, it absorbs the heat a little bit more, So that's cool. The fact that it's not exactly the solar suit, but there's a practicality of, black absorbs the sun a lot better. So cool. And I love that shot. Obviously, we all love that shot. There's been some chatter about whether the single mom who appears in Cyborg's vision, Linda Reed, is a reference to an obscure Golden Age character. Is it? Frankly, no, it was not. That one is not, but it's cool. I do that. I do that sort of thing. So there you go. I also love the further development of Steppenwolf. I feel like you actually have empathy for him for multiple reasons. One of which is he has dreamy eyes now, right? I have no idea what happened to the original Steppenwolf. And I'm 99% positive that his eyes are different because he's kind of scratch built. And by the way, we had tons of conversations. We were like, we really need his eyes, and we need to emote because I really want his story to be sympathetic. Yeah, and that totally comes out. But she's trying to get back on Darkseid's good graces. He fucked up a while ago, and he needs to make it right. I mean, that's what was so great about it. It's like you actually do feel sympathy a little bit for Steppenwolf. You really do. Like when he talks to Darkseid, man. I mean, especially when his armor goes away, when Darkseid shows up, it's like his armor gets afraid. So, man. Along with everyone else, I have tons of questions about the epilogue too. This was entirely from a new shoot, right? So here's the situation. In the whole sequence, the new is the Batman and Joker scene. If this is my last, if this is my last DC movie, I felt it was going to be rude for me not to have never gotten Batman and Joker together. Yeah, he's talked about this. And so I came up with the scene. The last scene with Martian Manhunter, originally I had shot it in England, and the dialogue was very similar, but it was supposed to be the Lanterns. Yes, Kilowog and Tomare, I believe. And then it was going to be the Human Lanterns at one point as well, too. And yeah, apparently they did shoot like a version of that. And then the studio had told me I wasn't allowed to shoot anything, that there would be no film made of any kind. During production, that was the thing they insisted on, and I shot stuff anyway, of course, in my yard. Yeah, this is what was revealed over the weekend. This is something that he actually told me too, that he actually shot something for Lantern. And one of the things I shot was the Green Lantern scene. And then they asked me when they saw the movie and saw that I put it in there, they take it out. And I said I would quit if they tried to take it out, and I felt bad. The truth is, I didn't want the fans to not have a movie just based on the one stand that I was going to take. Yeah. Apparently, yeah, it got to the point where he was just going to walk away if they wanted to remove the Green Lantern scene. But then, of course, he was like, they'll just take the movie away. This is what dicks they are, man. It's fucking dicks. And the Green Lantern was Jon Stewart. Yeah, Green Lantern was definitely Jon Stewart. And that part of it, too, I was like, you don't want to take a person of color out of this movie. I'm not going to do it. And then But and he goes, but I felt having Harry Lennox's Martian Manhunter at the end was okay. So yeah, all repurposed and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting on that information for a bit too, guys. I was told not to say what happened and how it got repurposed into Martian Manhunter. It's pretty crazy. But man, they suck. They suck, man. Warner Brothers sucks for like doing that. And yeah, he told me that he shot it like in his driveway or in his yard or something like that. So I'm wondering, I'm like, damn. So there's like a cutout John Stewart Green Lantern scene. You guys realize that, right? It was yeah, it's crazy that there's actually that. So yeah, we still have like a Snyder cut of Zack Snyder's Justice League out there. So crazy. Yeah, apparently he had an actor and everything, guys. Yeah. I couldn't tell you who it is, but he had an actor. Yeah. No, I can't tell you who it is. Also, even if yeah. No, but yeah, he had it all in there. So there's a Green Lantern shot that was supposed to be in there, but Warner was like, "Fuck you, can't do it." One of the favorite lines in the epilogue is when the Joker, in response to Batman threatening to kill him, is, "You don't want to kill me. I'm your best friend. Besides, who's gonna give you a reach around?" Oh, I love that scene. It's a solid question, really, if you think about it. Yeah, it's a great line. So I know Jared Leto can get deep into his roles. Was that an ad lib? That was an ad lib. So there you go. Jared Leto ad libbed that. That was an ad lib. And after he ad libbed it, he was like, "That's never going to be in the movie." And I go, "You watch." This is why I'm telling you, these two need to work together more. That was an ad lib. And Snyder was like, "Yes, I want the Joker to talk about a reach around with Batman." So fantastic. All right. And I know that Ben Affleck sort of stated that he was retired from acting. What? I know that Ben Affleck sort of stated that he was retired from acting in the role of Batman in particular. Did you kind of have to talk him into shooting another scene? I called him up and I basically was just like, "Listen, bro, I've been talking to Jared and I have this idea for a scene, and I just think I think it'd be cool to see." He was busy. He was traveling around, but he didn't really hesitate. He was like, "Yeah, bud, for sure. I'll do it." Bam. Bam. See, I love that. And I even told you guys too. I'm like, if Affleck needs to come back, Affleck will come back. Okay. I mean, I know there's information out there that he's already like signed on for like, I don't know, 7 other movies or something like that, but it's not the case. But I knew he would come back for Zack Snyder. Question is, if there's sequels, is he definitely going to come back? I think he will. If they give the green light for Justice League 2, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, I think Ben Affleck will definitely come back for that. He definitely will be there for him. So yeah, it's great. The epilogue sets up kind of so many possible spin-offs and sequels. Do you think that the movie will be so successful that sequels will become inevitable? I mean, it's a fun thing to think about. I don't know if it's a reality. I know that the studio doesn't really have any interest, clearly, in doing another movie with me. He's talking about Warner Brothers, okay? Not Warner Media and AT&T. I also know that it's a product, and the market kind of decides in the end, you know what I'm saying? But I would be very surprised if that happened. Of course, I'm surprised that this happened, so it's hard to say. Yeah, I mean, he's talking about Warner Brothers, not Warner Media, not AT&T. But as you were putting this ending together, did you have to hope that sequels could happen? I guess it's a careful what you wish for kind of scenario. I do think that it was part of the DNA of the thing to create an ending with a cliffhanger. It's the genre. A superhero movie doesn't really have an ending. It has a chapter break, but you never want to close the book 100%. And with the amount of effort that the fans had mustered to get this movie made, and the dedication and money they've raised for suicide prevention and mental health awareness, I wanted the movie to be hopeful and optimistic, and that included a vision for future movies. Yeah, he was thinking about everybody, man. I love it. Were there other spinoffs that you wanted to make? I'm very sad that they didn't push harder to set up the Cyborg movie before we shot Justice League, because I'd done a lot of work to set up Wonder Woman and Aquaman and to get those movies on their feet. And I really wish I had done that with Cyborg because he's really on his feet at the end of the movie. He's really ready to go. And I just thought, well, the truth is, I just assumed that it was a no-brainer that a Cyborg movie would be in the works. You know what I mean? It seems like so obvious. Yes, it does. Warner Brothers, Warner Media, whatever. Give Ray Fisher a Cyborg. Put him back in the Flash, too, while you're at it, you dicks. Okay. So that's the thing. You really wanted it to happen. I really did. And I wanted more for Ryan Choi's character. We had talked a little bit about the possibility of an Atom movie shot entirely in China. I thought that was a great idea. Remember, this was a while ago when we were conceiving this. It was literally the end of 2015. I was like, let's make a superhero movie set in China with a Chinese star. And Kai Zhang is really charming. Yes, he is. And I had a great experience shooting him. And so it seemed like a no-brainer. But I don't know why all these things, these concepts, you just think about how far down the road we'd be with all this stuff by now, you know? I know, we'd have an Atom movie. And, you know, I was actually I was pleasantly surprised how much Ryan Choi was in this movie, man. I thought it was pretty great. And he had some really good lines and good repertoire with Joe Morton. So I thought that was really great. So one reason why I love the epilogue so much is because you get to return to this post-apocalyptic alternate future hellscape that Batman experiences in the nightmare sequence in Batman vs Superman. Were you envisioning an entire movie like this? So basically an alternate future movie, we would have, let's see. So basically in an alternate future movie would have been in this post-Superman anti-life equation world where the team knew that the only way to fix the world was to run Flash back and warn Bruce to save Lois. And so in that movie, the movie was basically going to be about a ragtag group of Justice League members pulling off a crazy mission to steal a mother box from a half-destroyed cathedral in Gotham to get it back to the Batcave in order to use it to power up the cosmic treadmill to jump Flash back in time. God damn it, I want this movie. If we don't get this movie, somebody needs to make a book about it. Come on. And the night before the big mission, they would have this last. This is where you get chills right here, and because I remember hearing about this. And the last night before the big mission, they would have this Last Supper sort of reckoning where they would all tell their stories. One of those stories was Joker telling the story of the death of Robin. And Superman, by the way, in the end, he like kills everybody except for Flash. He's just giving up spoilers right here. Makes it just through. He makes it just through, so Flash survives. Jumps through time just to escape, and there was always a fun thing that we were doing where I had this concept for time travel where the Earth would be in like relatively in the same position in space, so you could really jump like once a year and jump into space. Yeah, so we already heard about his time travel concept, which is a really good concept if you think about it. I think it's pretty awesome. This was the direct sequel. The third movie was going to be about after they rescue him or after they send Flash back, and then Batman sacrifices himself. Yes, that would be as we go into the third movie, and the third movie would have been about the battle between Darkseid and the Defenders of Earth. God damn it, man. I mean, I swear, Warner Brothers, you suck. I know you mentioned Cyborg solo movie. Were there other spinoffs that you were thinking of, like Martian Manhunter, Deathstroke, or like a Man of Steel 2? Yeah. Well, I just assumed that the final movie was going to be very much a Superman movie. Like a final chapter was going to be a large percentage of Superman to just bookend the whole thing. Because if Batman died, it would have a very much fallen on Superman to be the de facto leader. By the way, at the end point, Wonder Woman would have been made queen at Themyscira, and she would be leading the warriors of Themyscira into battle against Darkseid himself. And Arthur would be leading the armies of Atlanteans. And Superman basically is going to be the head of the Justice League and the armies of men. And so Superman would have gone from the kind of berserker Superman to a benevolent Superman. God, man, it's all so beautiful. Superman has the hugest arc of everybody, because he goes from like the main villain to like the main hero. And that struck me as really cool and fun and like a really interesting trajectory for him, because I think traditionally Superman is one of those characters that people don't see as changing a lot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yes, we know what you mean. We were always there. A lot of other people were like, hey, we need to get to that happy-go-lucky Superman. It's like, well, just give it a couple of movies first. He's kind of a rock star that everyone props against, and I just thought, how cool would it be to make our Superman the character that goes on the most incredible journey? Yeah, he definitely has. And there's still more journey that he can go on. And did you have, let's see, and do you have stories of how Aquaman and Harley Quinn and Lois died? Were you going to shoot those death scenes or those deaths, or were they going to be explained through dialogue? No, we were going to shoot those. And they would have had elements of what Cyborg sees. The death of Arthur, Harley Quinn. And we, of course, saw Lois. What the hell is happening out there? I have no idea what that noise is. Someone's like dragging something right now, or on the parking lot out there. But yeah, this sucks, man. I hear that. So in Justice League, there was a quick shot of a pregnancy test in Lois Lane's bedside drawer. Is Lois Lane pregnant, or is she not pregnant? She's definitely pregnant. That's right. So maybe it was that bathtub scene. I remember I joked and said, no way. She's going to get pregnant when he comes back and they go into the farm. But no, it probably was that bathtub scene. I mean, it was pretty steamy, but who knows? Could have been then, maybe not. But yeah, she's pregos, man. And it probably was then. That probably was that bathtub scene. Man. So when you see them moving back in the house and Batman briefly before the cut says, congratulations to Clark Kent, that's in reference to pregnancy? Yes. See, I at first I thought it was congratulations for the engagement. That the first time I watched it, I went like that. Then I went I think the second or third, I went, no, he's saying congratulations because of the baby. Yeah, you see, I always wanted Barbara Gordon to come in these movies. Commissioner Gordon would be on the way out, and we'd have Barbara starting to play a bigger role. My idea was that after Batman sacrifices himself, there would be a window where there was no Batman, and I thought Barbara could fill that until the child of Superman and Lois, who has no powers, would become Batman when he was when he was of age. Well, remember on those Jesus Christ, what is happening out there? So when when we saw the storyboards, it was Bruce's kid that was Bruce was the father of Lois's child, and then that child becomes Batman. But he kind of flipped it where it is Clark's kid, but he would have no powers. That's interesting. You'd think he'd have maybe some powers. I don't know. Whoa. Yeah, that's our response too. And he goes, that was my idea anyways. I just thought it seemed to make sense. Then of course Barbara would have been his mentor, but who knows? That's all just now we're just wishful thinking. Oh my God. Guys, I want that so bad. I want all that. Even though he just kind of revealed it all, I'm sure there'll be subtle changes, some different stuff if we're moving forward. But my God, I want all that right now. Yeah, definitely the bathtub scene. Yeah, there definitely the bathtub scene. There was no, there was no pulling out in that scene. Definitely not. Oh man, but that all just is sounds so freaking good. I mean, but the thing is though, it's there's details on another whiteboard that has all that. And there's certain things that I'm sure that he didn't talk about, but I mean, that was the gist of it, man. Jeez. It's just, that's the thing. It's the comic book purists that don't want to have anything changed, but it's changed so many times, over the years, backstories and what the abilities of whatever. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. It's okay. As long as you have the core elements, but hey, change it up a little bit when it comes to other things too. But a lot of people just don't like the purists out there. They always cry the most. Man, I hate that. I just do. And it's man, I mean, I don't know how many books you read that are just different things that are happening with some of the characters. And you're that's not the same as it started. It's that's the way it's supposed to be. Does it always work? No, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. That's the thing. Yeah, it's just dumb. But Marvel has Russo brothers. Yeah, they changed a lot of shit. We have one-man army. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing what Snyder was able to do. I mean, obviously but see, that's what I love about DC and Marvel. It's like, yeah, Marvel can have what they have, and they can have these lighter characters, and they built their universe. They built their universe with a bunch of movies, a bunch of individual movies, and then the culmination, and they told their saga over 20 movies, their fucking Thanos saga. Snyder was going to do something completely different, and he got Darkseid in the third movie, and Darkseid is just like this huge threat. Like, just in the third movie, all of a sudden everybody's like, holy shit, Darkseid, you know? And then the fact that it was going to end up being 5 movies for like this big epicness, and then some spin-offs that would branch off, you know, and then kind of, damn it, man. There was a nice little laid out plan, but nope. Dickheads had a freaking like, oh, nope, we don't like the response. It's so funny too, because people are going back and watching Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel and going, wow, you know what? These movies are actually pretty great. It's like, yeah, we tried to tell you. We tried to tell you. Okay. He tried to tell you, saying like, yeah, Superman's going to get to that point where you want him to get to, but he's going to, like, you know, struggle first and die, you know? Bruce slept with Lois after the funeral. That would be fucked up. That'd be so messed up. That'd be so messed up. Man, that'd be so messed up. So, anyways, exactly. Man, I mean, he just and this is what Snyder's doing, guys, and we've been seeing this. This is what he's doing right now. He is revealing all this, and I know some people are like, "Why is he revealing so much?" He's showing you how stupid Warner Brothers is right there. He is forcing their hand. Okay, he's forcing their hand. So I mean, obviously, we talked about the numbers and how it's blowing up all over the place. It crashed HBO Asia, all that stuff. And I think when I even tried to put it on HBO Max, it crashed for me at first a couple times. At least on my phone, it started when I checked my computer, it played instantly, but on the phone, it was like, what the hell? But he's just like, this is what the fact that people are loving what he just created right there and what was possible. When people read this stuff, everybody's going, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? You know? So he's showing the reason why he's talking about all this and revealing all this is because he's just showing them to be like, you know, just chumps, idiots, dumbasses. Man, it's just, and I love it. Absolutely love it, you know? And it's great. Man, I just love it. And you know, Hamada and all those guys are just this whole weekend, just, you know, anytime like Snyder starts talking about this.
Don't do this to me. God!
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Oh man.
Are you effing stupid?
Yeah, that's what we're all thinking right there. That's what we're all thinking. Like, what in the hell? Fuck. So he's just showing them to be chumps, man. Chumps. You think the Flash movie is an exit for Ben? I hope not, man. I hope the Flash movie is not. Yeah, I know. Jason Kylar is the key. Definitely is. I hope it's not. I really hope that Ben is seeing the response and he wants to take on. I mean, he was so excited for his Batman movie. I just hope that everybody's response to Zack Snyder's Justice League and particularly everybody's response to his Batman. Now, I mean, he was trending earlier this week, a lot of things. I'm hoping that it just reinvigorates that inner child that he has and the love for the character that he had once, like, you know, but you know, it could be a little scary for him because remember what he said? He said his friend, when he it might have been his brother. I think it might have been his brother, but I think they said it was his friend or something. When he gave a copy of the script to that person and they read it, they said, this is good, but this could kill you. Because, you know, he'd fall back into the pressures of it. And then, of course, the alcoholism and stuff like that. So remember, he said that. So that's the scary thing about him trying to do his movie or series again. But I've also heard, too, that he's liking the fact that HBO Max is giving 100% control, like full on. They're not being dicks. They're not just saying it and then they're going to take control. That they would give him 100% control and, you know, and give him whatever he needs. So I don't know. It's all crazy, man. I think Jason Kylar is definitely the man. He's definitely the key. I mean, just like what Snyder said, the market has the final say. The market has the final say. It doesn't matter what they don't like, but it's the market. The market's there, and this thing is blowing up like crazy. There's also a phony headline out there that says Zack Snyder's Justice League has already made $650 million. Whoever wrote that just looked up the box office for Justice League, and I'm pretty sure that's where they got that number. It's like, no, we don't know what the numbers are yet for Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I think that headline was definitely bringing it from the box office of Justice League. So he had a scene for Jon Stewart. Yep, I know. Man, it's so stupid, man, because they wanted to do spinoffs. They wanted to do spinoffs like crazy. They didn't want him to touch Green Lantern. They wanted to have Flash spinoff and then a Cyborg spinoff. So that's why they cut a lot of what they do in there. It's just so stupid, man. It's just so stupid. Crave TV spots for Zack Snyder's Justice League are all over March Madness. There it is. Man, it's crazy how big this movie is. Oh yeah, even last night when I was hanging out at my friend's house, she got a message, or no, she showed me an Instagram review from her uncle, I think it was, who's not like big in the movies and stuff like, not really big into these movies or something. He gave a big, huge positive review of Zack Snyder's Justice League on his Instagram. It's just people that aren't even into this stuff. Is like, man. IGN just released a clip of the making of Zack Snyder's Justice League. A clip. Yeah, when is the whole full doc coming out? Where you at, HBO Max? And when is the remaster? I think the remastered BVS is coming out on the 23rd or something like that. What's the 21st? So I think it's coming out, what, Tuesday maybe? March Madness, man. No, shut up, Edward. It's actually, whose house I went to is a couple's house. Yeah. So husband and wife, Edward, relax. I have my buddy who I used to work with, who is like my full-on, but she's also my friend too, his wife. So relax there. Was not that. We just had a threesome. No, just kidding. Oh man. Oh, that's a good way to end the fucking show. Jeez. No, she is a huge Leto fan. She wanted to watch the scene with Leto. So we didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of wanted to see if they wanted to watch the whole thing, but it was 4 hours. We were all just like drinking up some whiskey and we got some pizza and stuff like that. We didn't want to just sit down and watch a movie for 4 hours, So we watched just the scene because she's a Leto fan. So I had to give some backstory of what was happening in that scene, of course. Who would you cast as Reverse Flash? Someone said Zac Efron, and I thought that's not a bad idea. I thought, because of the way, I was like, yeah, that's an interesting choice. And I was like, he definitely has that look to him. And do you think the Reverse Flash was the one that killed Barry's mother, or is that just something on CW? I mean, they could definitely work that in. But I don't know. But when it comes to who would you guys cast? Who would you guys cast as I also like the idea of Matthew McConaughey as Thawne too. The only criticism I had with the SnyderVerse was that it was rushing to Darkseid already when I saw BVS, but I never wanted it to be to end abruptly like it did. I was very interested in seeing where it was going. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Yeah, some people thought it was quick, but oh yeah, Homelander, the guy who plays Homelander, Anthony Starr or something like that. Yeah, he'd be a good one. Yeah, but everybody would just see Homelander. That's the thing. Everyone would just be Homelander. See that? That's all. How was the SnyderVerse rush? Yeah, some people thought it was rushing. Yeah, it's whatever. I thought it was. I mean, we got 9.5 hours of fucking stuff. Yeah, before we actually fully get to Darkseid. Bruce, Clark, and Lois had a threesome. That's how the baby of Bruce's. Otherwise, there's no way. Anthony Starr, Tony Starr. The guy who plays Ozymandias, yeah. At the Retro Show, folks. In Zach's word, Clark is the father of baby Bruce. Kent, yeah, boy, Eric was right. Oh man, don't act like Garza. Come on, Eric. Don't act like Garza. To change something in the Flash movie. I know. I don't know. I know. I'm wondering that too, actually, to change that. I mean, I hope that it would be smart. They would be very smart to get Cyborg back in the Flash movie. Neil Patrick Harris, the Dexter actor, yeah, not good choices. But I don't know. I'm there. I would not be surprised if they go back to using the script with Cyborg because there was like 5 or 6 different Flash scripts, and one of them, I don't know how many, but at least one of them had Cyborg in there. So man, they're gonna have to really consider that and think about that. I don't know. You've seen the video of Jason Momoa buying Zach a gift? Oh yeah, the one with the camera, right? Yeah. Female Reverse Flash? Nah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Oh yeah, Bill Hader or Bill Skarsgård. Skarsgård. I don't know. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad choices either. Yeah, but I for some reason I always like the idea of Matthew McConaughey as well. You know, we kind of saw villain. We saw a little bit of villain McConaughey. You know, we're gonna play the villain in this movie over here called Dark Tower. That's right. All right. It's my terrible Matthew McConaughey, but I don't know. We kind of got a taste of it in that Dark Tower movie, but the Dark Tower movie was garbage. Man, it had so much potential, but it was garbage. Yeah, Michael Fassbender would be a good one. Ooh, Viggo Mortensen. Oh, as Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, but they probably have to. They would cast somebody that's like, you know, not white. That's for sure. It would have to go a different direction with that. And we all know that. I guess when you saw the logo on the costume, the Nightmare Deathstroke costume, right? I think it was on a sword, right? Or on the sword holster. It had Ra's al Ghul's symbol, or like the Legion of the League of Shadows. Yeah, it had that logo on there. So that little Easter egg, just stuff like that, little attention to detail like that. And I wonder, can we even see that in the movie? Now I'm going to look for it because we see Slade and he's got his back to us. So I wonder if that we could see the logo on there. Andrew Garfield. That'd be interesting. That'd be really interesting. Oh yeah, Superman and Lois. Yes, I actually am, and I still have to watch the last 2 episodes. So I'm going to actually do that right after this, and I'll do my little quick reviews of it. So I fell way behind on Superman and Lois. Holy crap! Is that no? That's not. Is that no? But Dave, just want to tell you, last vodka stream score reception was fucking amazing. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun with Scott and everything. So appreciate the donation. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Scott was like the man of the hour, man. I mean, that's what that stream ended up turning into. Well, and that's why I wanted to bring different people from like different parts of the fandom. That's why we got Shiraz. We got, he's in a different part of the fandom where he's more behind the scenes and he's making shit happen, and he's really worked hard to get where he's at. And I really look up to what he has done. I wanted to bring in Liz, because she got lifted by this fandom with her cosplay. And I wanted to bring in Mario because Mario had, he had his differences when it came to the way that Snyder was portraying Superman. As Mario was like a huge Superman fan, and there was things that he liked about Snyder's Superman and things that he didn't, and he absolutely loved what he saw in this movie. So I try to have like a mixed bag. That's why it kind of turned into like a great just talking about the fandom and everything like that. So we'll definitely do a part 2 spoiler discussion this week, and we'll get the Real Emotion boys definitely in here this time. We'll get Garza and we'll get Ben in here hopefully, and we'll see if I can nail down a guest also. So yeah, I mean that's what I really was like. Look, that's why I was trying to ease everybody in there, and I just totally forgot to drop the link in the chat with Garza and Everts, Mr. Everts. So I appreciate it. So it was definitely a lot of fun. Let's see, the theme, about ready to wrap this up a little bit. Let's see who remembers J-Roar. What happened? Yeah, that's right. What did happen to him? Yeah, he was on Twitter I haven't seen him really on Twitter. I haven't really seen that, guys. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes to this Friday. I mean, I think the double shots. I love doing the double shot stuff. It could be pretty tiring, though, I will say. But it's a lot of fun to do the double shot stuff. And I don't think it's going to be every Friday. This Friday probably won't be unless something. You never know what can happen. All of a sudden, someone might reach out. Someone might reach out and be like, "Hey, so and so would like to come on the show." I'd be like, "Cool, let's do it." But as of right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. And then I'm going to start now that Zack Snyder's Justice League is like winding down. Now I'm going to have guests that that have other YouTube channels and stuff like that. Try to get those guys, small YouTube channels, big YouTube channels. Definitely trying to make some connections with some of those people. So we will see what happens. Like I said, the drill. I always announce who's going to be on the show for Friday morning, except for the patrons. They get to find out early on and everything. And then sometimes even the members, I'll tease it on the members too. So Scott Snyder just tweeted that people are pretty. Yes, Scott Snyder did. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Scott Snyder was always a big Zack Snyder endorser. So definitely. And yeah, the Ayer cut, man. That's another thing too. It's like this with the Joker being like one of the shining moments of this movie. How do they not? The Ayer cut should just be a no-brainer and should be coming out like summertime. But the thing is, I think they're worried about it clashing with the other Suicide Squad that's coming out later this year. So that's the thing. I'm wondering what's the conversations about the Ayer cut, which it shouldn't, because it's just like, it's a different version of, this movie that could lead into, I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a whole big thing about that. That's what I'm kind of wondering. Yeah. Ooh, try to get Carlo Gugino. Oh man. I'd be like a nervous wreck. I'd be like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Man. Oh God. I've had a crush on her since Son-in-Law. Man. God. That'd be I'd be like that'd be one to be nervous about. Yeah. So I don't know what the conversations with the Ayer cut, but you think that'd be kind of cool to be like, hey, watch this version of Suicide Squad, and then in a little bit you'll be able to watch this other this sequel type to the Suicide Squad as well, and people can get all ramped up and everything. But I don't know what the whole thing is behind that. So, oh yeah, trust me, when I had Connie Nielsen on, I was a little nervous. Yeah, because she's gorgeous. My God, man, totally gorgeous. So. Anyways, yeah, it's just anyways, guys. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I've been talking for an hour and a half. So I appreciate you guys spending some time with me on this Sunday. I want to go ahead and relax and watch Superman and Lois. And then God knows I might put on this Zack Snyder's Justice League again. It's just one of those things, man. So anyways, appreciate you guys clicking in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you want to join, become a member, do that. Or you can join the Patreon. That helps out the pirate ship. And then, and then there's, of course, the Film Junkee closet with all the shirts down below. Go check all those out. And that's pretty much it, guys, man. I tell you what. Yeah, restore the fucking SnyderVerse, man. I mean, it's already kind of being restored right now. You realize right now, basically what is happening right now is we're in the middle of when Flash is running and everything is, being restored. That is what's happening right now, because we got the Snyder cut. Now it's like the sequels, the world needs to fully be, that's what's happening. We're in the middle of that right now. Okay. Snyder he just darted forward, and now everything is doing that. Everything is restoring back together. So, man, it's pretty exciting. It's pretty exciting, guys. It's pretty exciting. So anyways, guys, I love you. Talk to you later.